Hi guys, I hope everyone's doing fine, and I am going to be addressing the question which is up above, is why did I ghost on YouTube. So I believe the last time I posted up a video, it was probably beginning of February and January, and I have not posted up anything since. It's quite a different story from the one, if you guys follow me from my YouTube to my Instagram, where you see me traveling a lot and everything looks like, happy and I'm living life and things like that. But there is a much more deeper story to that. So for those of you who've been following my channel long enough, both on YouTube and my Instagram page, you guys will probably have known that I was in a relationship, and we got together somewhere in 2015, in the mid 2015. But sadly that relationship has come to an end, which there was 2017 started out, and I was full of promise, and I thought that I was gonna do, was gonna get on with like YouTube, because I just finished school. I just finished my specialist diploma in clinical trials management, which took up a lot of time last year, and I didn't quite film, and I thought that I was gonna do that this year. And at the same time I was gonna be planning my wedding, because and not everyone knows about this, but he had actually proposed to me last year in February, without a ring. That's why you guys don't see me wearing a ring, but I still accepted his proposal, because when a man goes down on one knee and he asks you to marry him and you love him, and at that time he was seriously financially not in a position to buy me a ring, and although he promised that he would buy me a ring at some point. But yeah, so fast forward to 2017, and it hit me that it's almost a year to him proposing, and there isn't any indication of a ring, or there's been a lot of talk about wedding and planning that wedding and stuff. And then I had like wanted him to come and meet my parents, and to kind of like break the news to my parents that he had plans on marrying me, and that did not turn out so well. So there was a lot of fighting going on, a lot of arguing throughout January, and couple that with I had a really heavy workload. So I was busy, and not only work-wise but also busy trying to sort out my relationship. And unfortunately we didn't pull through. We had we talked about it, and where we decided that I guess it's best that we went separate ways, because we valued different things in life, and we prioritized things differently. And yeah, and it was very hard coming to terms with the fact that I'm not getting married. So it's hard for me, because I went into a different headspace. You go into a headspace from being girlfriend to preparing yourself to be someone's wife and starting that whole journey with that person. But then at the same time, it's like a wake-up call, and I realized that that wasn't happening. And so I guess as he would say it, I did the whole eat, pray, love thing, which I sort of did. I turned to God, and I didn't eat a lot. You guys can see that I've actually lost a lot of weight, and I did lose a lot of weight. I wasn't really eating, but I try to go back onto like doing a lot of fitness and eating healthily, and after a period of like not having the appetite to eat, of course, like grieving and mourning towards the whole thing. And then also traveling and learning to love life, learning to love my life for what it is, for what it has become, which is me not being in a relationship anymore, me learning how to be a single girl again, and which is tough, because all around me, most of my friends, they're all either coupled up or they're married and with kids, and I can't seem to get on that bandwagon. I would love to, if I met the right person and I have this beautiful thing going on. I would want to start that next chapter of my life, but I guess God's probably saying that it's not my time yet, so we'll just leave it as that. And a little bit of reading, and you know, a couple of the blogs said that if the guy proposes without a ring, he's just more or less putting you on hold so that you be off the market. And you know, if you can't buy a ring, he can't make that, because that commitment becomes very, very real when you buy a ring for someone you love, and you are declaring that love for that person, and you're making that commitment. It wasn't about it has very little to do with showing off to everyone that, hey, I've got a big rock, because for my friends who know me, I'm not interested in a solitaire. I was never interested. All I wanted was just a ring, just, you know, as a symbol of his commitment and his sincerity. And that didn't happen. And yeah, so you know, in hindsight, I guess I should have seen the signs, but I was so busy with school and work, and I was going through a lot of stuff with my family last year. So I guess it was a lot of like personal distractions, and I didn't quite see the signs. That it was a lot of talk about weddings, and a lot of like talking about planning, but there was actually no action to it. And I guess that was, yeah, it's just really, really hard, and it's taken me this long to be able to talk about it with clarity and in retrospect, and you know, just being all that. So and that was the reason why I went off YouTube, because I realized that when I looked at my last video, which I will attach in the card section up above, I saw myself, and it was just a girl who was putting out content for the sake of putting out content. It wasn't someone who was doing it because she loved it. There's no passion in her eyes when she was doing it. So, which is why I stopped, because I saw my own video, because a friend of mine had like commented and mentioned something from my video about one of the sneakers, and I went to look at that video, and I was like, no, you know what, you can't do this. It's YouTube right now. It's not appropriate. It's not you just can't do it. You just need to get off of it, and just deal with the problem. It wasn't about distracting myself or escaping from dealing with the emotional bit of a broken relationship, and also like I'm still dealing with some family issues which I will not talk about at all. And it's been tough. 2017 has been crazy tough, and I think I'm slowly getting back the energy and being comfortable again, being on my own, learning to love my life, love myself, discover who I was before I was in a relationship, be that person that I always wanted to be in its entirety, and rediscover old friendships, enjoy the current friendships that I have, rekindle some of those which, you know, that I wasn't really close to, with people that I wasn't really close to, and make new friendships. And it's been really, really great, and really building that support system, or rather the environment where it's positive people, and I can feel myself, I can feel my face lighting up right now when I think about all the positive people that I'm surrounding myself with, people who are supporting me, and people who love me for who I am and accept me for who I am. And yeah, so I've learned to make peace with the fact that he wasn't ready. Maybe at that point in time he thought that he was ready, and I was ready, but it takes more than just being ready to actually want to actualize that dream of wanting to get married and start a family. There is a lot of work, I'm sure, for all of those who are married, who have gone through a wedding, who are getting married and stuff. You would know. My brother would know. One of my brothers just got married, and one of my brother is preparing for his wedding, so I can see their stress, so they know that, you know, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of communication, it's a lot of dedication, commitment to making that dream happen. Whether the wedding is big or small doesn't matter, but it is, you know, it's the effort that you put into it. So yeah, that's just about it. I don't want to try and I hope I'm not making this video too long explaining why I ghosted, but hopefully after this video is up, I will hopefully start putting up videos again. You might see videos like from all my different trips, because I've been traveling every month ever since we broke up. It started with my conference in Hong Kong, where my boss thought that I could use a break, and she brought me along to this conference. And then after that I went to Bali, and then after that I went to Japan, and then Krabi, and then now it's like, yeah, taking a break for Ramadan and Shawwal, where Eid, and I don't know where I'll go next. Gonna have to, you know, follow me on Instagram for that one. But yeah, so there will be a lot of backlog videos, I guess, to put up, because I did do a bit of vlogging, although it's late, but I did vlog. It's just I tried in the moments where I was happy, I tried vlogging, and yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know how the videos are gonna be like, because I didn't review the vlogs, but I guess in trying to edit them, I will see if I can put stuff together. And yeah, so that's basically about it, about my life and why I ghosted on YouTube. And I do feel better. I do feel a little bit energized. I do feel excited, like thinking about coming back to YouTube, because I feel more of myself now, and I don't feel so lost, you know, because I was, nobody expects a breakup when you're in a relationship, and you just go from being partnered up to single, and sometimes it just happens overnight, and you know, so kind of like figured out my bearings a bit, and I have things that I'm planning to line up in my life, you know, to help me grow as a person, and just enjoy this single girl's journey, and see what happens from here on out. There will always be moments that I will reminisce and miss what we had together, and because I treasure it and I value it so much. But we all have to give ourselves a deadline to start moving on and getting on with life. I know that he's moved on with someone else, because I saw it's plastered all over his social media, and yeah, so you know, that even dealing with that, the fact that he's moved on so fast, and I was still at that point, I was still struggling to come to terms with the whole thing. But now I feel like stronger and better, and I hope to come back at life on YouTube with a lot more energy. And yeah, so until my next video, be Thrill, be Fashscious, and thank you guys for all those of you who have continually supported my channel. I love you all so much. And for those of you who, you know, subscribe to my channel even though I wasn't posting any videos up, thank you so much for finding interest in my channel and still staying. And you know, you guys are just so wonderful and so supportive, and yeah, I can't wait to be back. Bye.